I want to welcome you back to BLACKSITE, and tonight we're going to talk about former Cubs and Royals baseball player Ben Zobrist's wife having an affair with the couple's pastor. And you wonder why black men, and a large majority of men, don't want to go to church. Once you hear this lawsuit that he has filed against the pastor, you will understand why so many men see nothing but the pastor in the church as being nothing more than a pimp. Let's read this article. Ben Zobrist claimed that his wife Julianna had an affair with their former pastor. That is according to the copy of May lawsuit filed on behalf of the former MLB player. The court document also accuses the minister, who also worked as Ben's nonprofit, of defunding the foundation. Damn. He defunded the foundation and sleeping with his wife. A copy of the lawsuit was recently obtained by the Journal Star. The claim is against Byron Yon, who used to be the senior minister at the Community Bible Church in Nashville, where he met the Zobrists. The 2016 World Series MVP is seeking $6 million in damages from Yon, whom the Zobrists have known for 16 years. The couple was married in 2005, received a pre- and post-marital counseling from Yon. Ben and Julianna Zobrist have also had 3 children together. You don't know how long this relationship been going on. Hell, it could have been started in 2008. Shit, you better check and see if them children are really yours. According to the lawsuit, as early as 2007, and then and again in 2016 and 2017, Ben Zobrist entered into counseling with Yon to discuss his anxiety and depression. The suit goes on to say that in the fall of 2018, while Zobrist was being counseled by his pastor, Yon began secretly pursuing an intimate relationship with Mr. Zobrist's wife. Yon and Julianna Zobrist, a Christian pop singer, maintained a romantic relationship from the spring of 2019 into 2020, communicating via burner phones. This is what I'm telling you, brothers out here. If she got a phone, she might have another phone in the car under the seat, hiding. Those phones were found by Yon's wife, the minister's wife, in May 2019, who told Zobrist that she thought the relationship was emotional but not sexual. But in 2020, the ball players finally learned of the true nature of the relationship after his ex-wife admitted to it in writing. In 2019, days after pausing his baseball career to work on his marriage, Zobrist filed for legal separation from his wife. The complainant said Julian had been guilty of inappropriate marital conduct, which renders further cohabitation impossible. Zobrist, who missed most of the 2019 baseball season thereafter, he estimated the pause in his career resulted in $8 million in lost income. While his marriage was falling apart, Zobrist turned to his pastor for life guidance. Young gave some and also got an executive position in Zobrist Foundation, Patriot Forward. The nonprofit helps pro athletes with mental health struggle and gives career advice to those hanging up. This pastor needs mental health advice. Your wife needs mental health advice. This is absolutely disgusting. In 2018, the suit alleges Yon used his role in the Patriot Forward and an excuse to meet with Zobrist's wife. He did so while meeting with Ben to develop the charity social media presence. Yon also capitalized on a plaintiff's celebrity was fired in March of 2019. This shitty situation, everybody's involved, including Cubs, have no redress whatsoever, having listened to Julianna of Zobrist alive cover up Beauty in the Jets nauseum whenever her ex-husband came up to bat. This shows you how these ministers are. He was there to give them marital counseling, but he was giving the wife some marital counseling. He was laying those hands on this baseball player's wife. But many of you have seen this in your church when people have come in for marital advice and end up sleeping with the pastor. People like Brian Karn and so many other ministers who so-called are preaching the word of God are laying hands all over the parishioners. You know about Jamal Bryant down in Atlanta. He done laid his hands all across America, and no one has told him to sit his ass down. Yeah, it's a pandemic. It's a pandemic of ministers out here sleeping with other man's wives. And we have to hold these ministers accountable for their corruption of the word, their corruption of marriages, their corruption of money. Everything the Bible tells you not to do, it seems like these pastors and ministers are doing the exact opposite. These are the same people who will tell you in front of the congregation what you're doing wrong, who will vilify you in front of the congregation for doing something wrong, but they're doing the exact same thing, but 10 times to the 10th power. This woman probably was in a relationship with this pastor for over a decade, and Ben didn't even know it. Here's a man that spent his whole life trying to give this woman the best life, and she goes and sleeps with the pastor. The pastor uses his position to get women in the bed. You got pastors sleeping with other pastors' wives, sleeping with the parishioners, sleeping with the men, and you wonder why people don't want to go into a church and listen to a man who's not living the right life. He's supposed to be a marriage counselor, but he smashing your wife, and she's coming home like nothing's happening. This is sinister, and I hope Ben gets his money back. But the sad part about it, in this divorce, since he's been married to her for 15 years, he's going to have to give her a large percent of the wealth that he has built as a baseball player. And he's going to have to pay child support. And he did nothing wrong. I want to thank you for listening to BLACKSITE. I hope you subscribe to this channel, smash that like button, but also share this video.